All right. Thank you guys for your patience while we figured out all the seeds. How are we doing today?
Bad.
Bad?
I have a headache.
You have a headache?
I actually bonked my
I just don't want to be. I don't want to be here today.
I want to go.
All right. Let's keep our voices off and do it one at a time so we can hear our friends. Can you please, guys, not touch the equipment yet until I tell you? And I'm going to go around to each table. I want at least hear from one person about how their weekend was. So let's. Today we're going to learn about adaptations. You don't need to know what the word is, but has anyone in this class heard of what that word is? Adaptations. Anyone heard it? Kind of? Kind of? So you've heard it, but maybe not know what it means? Is that what you're saying? What about you, Dante? Do you know what it means?
It means something it has that not other animals have.
Yeah, that's pretty close. But how do they occur? Like, how do animals get adaptations? Anyone have an idea? No. How do you guys get your traits? Oh, Amelia?
Mom and dad.
Yeah, so part of it is from your mom and dad.
Ancestors.
Ancestors, yeah, that kind of goes with the lineage. Okay, yeah, you could do God too, but also environment. Do you guys know what environment would mean? Okay, let's do Sammy again. Animal. There's a little bit more in the environment. Does anyone want to add? Genesis?
A place that people or animals created.
Yeah, so an environment basically just includes all living and non-living animals in a area, okay? And so when animals are living in different environments, there's going to be different obstacles that they're going to face, and they're going to need different characteristics to survive in there, right? So let's say Africa, for some reason, just starts getting a ton of rain, and it's suddenly underwater, like Sammy says. Over some years, if they are forced to swim underwater or be underwater or die, they might develop some lungs or gills so they can breathe, right? Does that make sense?
No.
Okay, so I think we're going to leave it there. If we have any more questions, we'll keep going through, and that is what today's activity is going to be about. So as what you should see, we have this board on your page. So everyone should have a pencil, right? Raise your hand if you need anything. No, you haven't. I want you guys to really quickly recreate this board on your paper, okay? So your three top options are spoon, measuring cup, and tongs. And you'll make 3 columns for those. And then you'll do 3 rows for popcorn, toothpicks, and cotton balls. Once you guys have this set up, I'll explain it. I think it'll be easier.
Does it have to be big or small?
Just as big as you can write in here. You just basically need to write numbers in these spots, so as big as you think you need to write, okay? Give you guys just a few seconds. Each one of you, I'm going to use this table as an example. So sorry. There's one table with the group before, so one of you guys will just kind of have to wait until it's your turn. But for each round, one of you will get a material. So we'll get a spoon, you'll have a tongue, and a measuring cup. And then each table has 3 different food items. So we have toothpicks, cotton balls, and popcorn. So the goal is each of you is going to have a tool, and each of you is going to have 1 food item. And I'm going to give you guys about a minute, and using your tool, you are going to scoop as much food as you can in front of you. Does that make sense? So what we are going to be doing is seeing which tool is better at picking up which item at the end. And remember, this whole conversation is in relation to adaptations. So while we're going through this, thinking about what that means with adaptations in animals.
Do we have to do this?
1 second, I'll let you guys know. We're going to wait for Jocelyn to help with the new student to make sure she knows what's going on, and then we'll start, okay? Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds, and then you guys get a minute. You want to get as much as you can, but you can only grab 1 food item at a time. Because if you try to shove your mouth with too much food at a time, what happens?
You choke.
You choke, okay? So animals can only eat 1 thing at a time. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hands up, hands up. It's okay, I already took up a couple of them. Okay, now everyone count how much food you were able to put out in front of you, and then you put it in the box. So let's, for example, everyone else, Zap Waterfall. If you guys are confused, look up here. Miss Riley's going to give you an example. Let's say I use the spoon first, and I scooped out popcorn kernels. And let's say I got 10 popcorn kernels. On my chart, I'm going to put 10. Okay? And then in the next round, I'm going to keep popcorn, but I'm going to switch to a different material, okay? Lynn, you can just switch to a new food item. Why don't you guys discuss with your group partners while I'm finishing up what you guys noticed? All right, guys, finish your conversations in like 10 seconds, and we'll bring them up to the group. Are you guys talking individually? You ready for big? We're just talking about it, okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
Well, we got to, or else we just did a random activity if we don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's one of
I'm sorry. Everyone has bad days sometimes, but we're almost done, sweetie. So
No.
let's finish it off strong. All right. Who noticed that? What was the best utensil for picking up popcorn? Henry. Okay. Betsy. The tongs. Anyone else felt that way? Raise your hand if you felt tongs was the best for popcorn. Okay. Raise your hand down. Who else thought something else was better for popcorn? You thought that for 1 by 1? Wasn't it hard to make sure you just got one out? So it might have been easy to scoop a bunch at a time, but hard to get maybe one out at a time, would you say? Maybe. You agree with that, Henry? Okay. Anyone else? Who else thought